Welcome to Filmtastic. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book, and this is the Almost There A Twisted Tale book by Ferrero Roshan, and I am so obsessed with this book. So I don't usually do book reviews on this channel. This is primarily a film channel, but because this book is film related to one of my favourite films, I thought it would be worth the review. So let's just dive into what's in Almost There, a Twisted Tale novel. Now, first though, what's a Twisted Tale? So, a Twisted Tale is it's a book series made by Disney, and it's like a the same story as the film, but it's like a twist in the middle of the film or the end of the film that changes the whole course of the story. So you see like an alternate version of the film. We've had things like Ariel is if she was like in Triton's position, if she was in charge of the Tritons, what would Ariel do? You know, maybe she would be less naive of Ursula and take more charge. There's like tons of other ones. There's one about Tangled, about Mother Gothel. There's like a bunch of really, interesting twisted tale stories. I've got a lot of them. I have like 7 of them, I think now. But I can say without doubt this one's my favourite. I think my second favourite one at the moment is Reflection though. The Milan one is also really good. So if you guys are looking for a different sort of take on the Disney movies, which are kind of a bit more mature as well than the age rating for the movies, these are so good. I would recommend them 100%. And just so I really want to review this one. So I'll kind of go through like what the book kind of does and what it achieves and what it does well. So yeah, Almost There, a Twisted Tale novel. It's about if Tiana made a deal with Dr. Facilier at the end of the movie. She at the end of the movie, which is a frog, Dr. Facilier gives her a deal so she can have her restaurant. And in this story, she takes the deal. But also in this story as well, but they kind of twist the knife a bit to kind of get her to make the deal because he kind of brings up her dad and right at the end as well before she says no and hesitates. He then also pushes in the idea that the being will be a frog forever if you don't take this deal. If you take this deal, then he'll be human again. So he really kind of puts her in a sticky situation. Now, of course, as the book says as well, towards the end, that the situation could have been easily avoided. You didn't have to make the deal. You would have got your happy ending either way. You know, the spirits would have agreed with you. They would have, you would have got your happy ending. You didn't have to make the deal. But because she was in a um, desperate and vulnerable position, that's kind of makes her take the deal. And the thing that's so cool about this book is that it goes a lot deeper into Tiana's relationships with her friends and her family. And more than that as well is that it goes into other like topics more deeper as well, like racism and all those things that happened in the 1920s that the movie couldn't go in depth in. So it talks about, you know, Charlotte's wealth compared to Tiana's. There's like a scene where they go into a shop and the lady refuses to give Tiana this dress because it goes to this like rich high end store. And Charlotte's like, that's not fair. Why can't you get anything? And then that's when not Charlotte, that's when Tiana is like, we have to leave. I'm never going to be able to buy anything in here, and it's not because I'm poor, but you know, I don't want to ruin your fantasy bubble, Charlotte, but me and you will never be equal, in this world. Even if I was as rich as you, I would still not be equal to you because I am black. And it's a great chapter. I love it, and it's great as well because it makes Charlotte, it changes her worldview a bit. Like I feel like it really makes her realize how privileged she is. So much so that towards the end of the book, she kind of goes into this new journey where she wants to kind of start this new sort of uprising with like women and stuff, and have like and like protest for like equal rights and stuff. So it does kind of make push Charlotte a bit more, which is really cool. And obviously, of course, it also just goes more in depth with Chandler's and Charlotte's relationship and their like all their differences. They have a lot of differences. They have differences within wealth and skin color and like so many things. So it's really great to see the book even delve into that a bit more. There is also a great bunch of Naveen stuff in here as well. I love how in this book he kind of has a bit of a crush on Tiana, which is adorable and it's great. And Tiana kind of acts kind of rude to him, but that's because as part of Luxia's deal, she isn't allowed to get back with Naveen or else her dad dies. Or at least that's what Facilia tells her. So she doesn't want to um, see or talk to Naveen because if she's afraid that if she sees him, she'll get a crush on him, then she'd want to date him, and she knows she's not allowed to because of the curse board deal that she took for Facilia. So she avoids him, but he's like a crush on her. So it's a real this really slow burn romance take on the original movie's romance, which I think I like them both. I like the slow burn that the book does, and I also like this quicker but still slow compared to most Disney couples. Let's be real. Take the movie does as well. And also a big major difference in this book as well is that they are not frogs. They are all humans, which is really cool. There's also some new characters as well. There is the workers that work for Tiana and her dad's restaurant, because in this version she doesn't get Tiana's palace for quite a while because it's like this alternate universe where she makes a deal and her dad is alive. So they've run this business called P&J's together, and they invite all her friends. And Tiana has all these beautiful young ladies that work for her. These like beautiful black women who have like families, and obviously to Tiana, they are her close friends as well. And so yeah, there's some more new characters there. There's also Mama Odie's granddaughter, because in this book, Mama Odie has gone to visit a friend and is away when Tiana needs her most to help her sort of break the curse, if you get what I mean. So it's like a new character, and she's really cool as well. She's really good at hoodoo. And also, it's explained in the book as well the difference between the two different types of magic, the one Facilia uses and the one that Mama Odie uses, which is really cool. I love that. So literally everything I love about the movie is just gone way more in depth in this book. I love as well these scenes where like when they're going down the bayou, Tiana, Charlotte, and Naveen, to go and find answers about what's going on, because there's like loads of things that kind of go wrong in the book, and Tiana's like trying to put all the pieces together before realizing it's all this one big huge curse of this dream. But it's like, so when they're like going down the bayou together, Naveen's like, I swear I've been in the bayou with you before, and then she's obviously like, just imagining it because she didn't want to give him the idea that they've been before, because she doesn't want to give any hints because she's so scared to fall in love because she can't, like, she literally isn't allowed to, or else if she falls in love with Naveen, then the Dr. Facilia breaks the deal, like, basically. But the whole crazy thing about all of this is that in this book, Dr. Facilia is really in depth, so he doesn't have as much power as he claims he has. Even his friends on either side aren't really helping him much in this book. He's kind of, doing things himself because his friends have kind of abandoned him in this weird way. And all the curses that happen is the universe kind of going against Tiana because she doesn't. Is this curse? This whole deal wasn't supposed to happen. She was meant to have a happy ending a different way. So the whole universe is like against her essentially. But Dr. Facilia is using that as a claim to him cursing her, but obviously she has no control, and that is the funny thing. But Dr. Facilia is severely, in trouble in this book. He doesn't have as much power as he says he does, which is kind of crazy, and I love that. We also get to Dr. Facilia backstory. Naveen has a job. It's just a really good book. I don't want to go too much into the plot details because I don't want to spoil it for you guys in case you guys haven't read it. It came out in 2022, so it's still kind of new. But I'm not gonna lie. This is the quickest book I've read in my whole life. I'm not a huge book reader, although I have gone into it recently. But I read this book in about 3 weeks. So yeah, that's really short for me. So yeah, I basically read it every night, and I kind of want to read it again. Not gonna lie, it's a good book, and it will just go. It's a really good compliment thing to go with the movie. You have like the movie where they're like frogs and the slow burn there, then you have the book where they're human and the slow burn there. So they kind of are a good pairing together, which is really really cool. So yeah, if you guys have read any of Twisted Tales as well, let me know which is your favourite book in the comments down below from that series. But yeah, this one's probably my favourite. I love it. It was so worth the like £5 to spend it. Like, it was on sale around Christmas on Amazon, and I was like, damn, that is a perfect time. So I was just planning on buying this as well. And and also as well, there's so much good like world building in here as well, which really gets me hyped for like the ride, Challenge by Adventure, and a series if it does indeed come to fruition, which it better do because I love it and I really want to watch it. But yeah, that is kind of my review on the book. It's really good if you guys haven't read it. If you guys haven't read it, I'd recommend it. If you guys have read it, let me know what you guys thought of it as well. And what's your favourite Disney movie as well? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye, everybody.